all the tools you've all bought. You don't use them every day, you don't use them every month, but when you have that job that it fits, you pull it out. Hey, we got one of those. Where is it? Go clean it up, see if it works, see if it runs. They still do a great job, walk behinds do, but they're limited to what their ability is, what their speed is, and that's where riders can take their place in that.
Okay, so my fall arrest system did its job. It left me suspended in the air. One of the big concerns we have with being suspended is suspension trauma. All that tension ends up in my legs. Now, one thing I could do if I didn't have the self-rescue pack on is I have my trauma straps here. I could deploy these, and on one side I'm going to find a lanyard with a hook. One side I'm going to find a lanyard with a bunch of loops. I'm going to find the loop that's closest to my knee, and I'm going to hook those two together. What that's going to create is a little step that I can now step up into and alleviate the tension on my legs. So I'm not performing the rescue, but what I am doing is extending the amount of time I have to be rescued so that somebody else could help. Now in this case, I have that self-rescue pack on. So on my back, get these out of my way here. I'm gonna reach up here on my shoulder, open up the hook and loop tab, and pull out the ripcord. When I yank on this, it's gonna release and lower me down about 3.5 feet per second, control rate of speed all the way down to the ground. Then we have 3 different versions of this. We have a training version, which is what I'm using. And then we have a 50-foot and 100-foot version. They're both designed to be hooked to pretty much any harness on the market. And they are designed for one-time use, then they get sent back and get your research.
How silicosis occurs, where it occurs, and what the disease is. The report emphasizes that these control measures, if conscientiously adopted and applied, that silicosis can be prevented.
When I first seen Francis Perkins' video, I was just outraged that in 1938, 60 experts spent just a year to figure it out. And to really make it simple, turn the water on or turn the vac on. My dad was a sandblaster for several years in his late 20s. Shortly after that, he became short of breath. We didn't know what it was. He had a couple collapsed lungs, and then finally the diagnosis came, it was silicosis. It took about 5 years to kill him, and we got to watch. The toughest thing was watching him come home when he couldn't work no more, and literally fell on the ground and cried. He said, "I can't do it no more." So the impact is huge. You know, anyone that's ever lost anyone knows exactly what I'm talking about, whether it's cancer or a sudden fall. But watching a loved one suffer is a real human toll. They didn't know then, and most people don't know now about the hazards of working around silica, dry grinding and cutting and polishing material that produces silica dust. The modern workforce can work safer. The silica standard can save lives. It will save lives. And frankly, it's going to save a lot of money. If over 50,000 people are dying every year from diseases they contract at work, some of them silica, imagine the cost. It's time to get the word out and let them know about this.